Hey, welcome back to the King Ragone Show on the Bleed Network and the Draft Network. We're here with Gilbert Frierson.
GB.
Yo, what's up, fellas? Thanks for
Yeah,
having me.
Coral Gable's very own.
Hey,
We been trying to get GB on the show for 2 years. He been ducking.
Yeah, but he been ducking us.
bro, Ragone will text me 30 minutes before and be like, hey, what you doing in 30 minutes? And he'll see me all day. He'll be in locker room with me and then come at me 30 minutes and text me like, hey, what you doing in the next 30 minutes?
He do be doing that for sure, though.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, GB. I did that when stuff fell through. I can't lie to you. But nah, it's good to have you on here finally. You know, been want to talk to you. You know, Coral Gables, Coconut Grove's very own. You know, you grew up across the street. You know, football obviously wasn't too good down here in Miami, Florida. But, you know, you decided
whoa. That's his boy. Hold it. There's the reason y'all down here in Miami balling.
Hey, Texas had the most guys drafted this year again.
Yeah, again. You know, no big deal.
Hey, man, no big deal, man.
Nah, hey,
Right.
on the last episode, I read the comments. These people were going crazy arguing about Texas, Florida,
I'm
football.
not gonna even argue with y'all. Like, y'all know. Like, we all know. Like,
We all know Texas.
of course, y'all gonna stick up for your city like you supposed to, like ride or die. But like in your blood, like in your heart, you know.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. It might be Texas, Georgia, then Florida now.
Yeah, it's Texas, Georgia's in Florida.
Ooh.
And then California.
Now we in third place. We went from first to third.
Y'all was never in first.
Man, I went in first for sure.
Hey man, same old talk, but y'all ain't changed.
Hey, but how was it growing up in Coconut Grove?
Man, it was straight, you know. Like, you know, it was easy to fall off track, you know, if you took the wrong path or hung with the wrong crowd. But, you know, I had family and friends that kept me on the right track on the way. So, you know, it's tough growing up, you know, in the type of neighborhoods we grow up in, but like it's always a way to make it out. So you gotta, you know, just stay prayed up and stay focused.
It's good you had, you know, you got a couple older brothers that played ball too. So it was good having role models, and they all, you know, pretty good at football too. So that was good, right? How was that having older brothers that was good at football as well?
It was good because I always wanted to be better. So a funny story is that the reason I played defense, because I always played receiver. Like, you know me, like I was a true receiver, right? And I had one of my brother coaches in high school, and he's always say, "You nothing like your brother at receiver." My brother was a pretty good receiver. My brother played for Coach Chris by FIU, and he's a pretty good receiver. He's always messed with me when I was on JV, like, "Yeah, nothing like your brother, nothing like your brother." I said, "You know what? I'm going to defense then. I ain't my brother." And you can ask a couple of guys, like, that's exactly how I started really like playing full-time defense. Other than that, like growing up into high school, I was really a receiver, you know.
Yeah.
You switch like that.
You wasn't bombing nothing though.
Hey, I'm still in. They need me out there.
Getting ball.
No, but you know, you talked about his older brothers, but one you ain't mentioned was his uncle.
Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
One of the best to ever do it right there.
Right.
I'm gonna say the best, but you know, I'm gonna leave that to the critics. But I'm gonna say the best to do it. But yeah, you know, having him around too is big. You know, still having him around and having those talks and just seeing him work. You know, since I was a kid, seeing him go out there and work and put it on us. Me and his son. You know, we have a son right now that my little cousin I play against. He at Southern Miss. We played him second game of the season.
Yep.
So, you know, he was always just hard on us and like. I mean, we see it. So it wasn't much he can really tell us because we see it. And he just wanted to get through us as much as he could. You know, our long days, our tough days. You know, he talked to us about just like I say, staying focused. Like, you know, he went through his injuries and what he went through going into college and things like that. And people thought he wasn't gonna be where he was today. But I seen him work and I just seen him stay focused and most definitely always kept good people in his corner.
Would you say he's a big one of your biggest motivations? And one of your biggest motivators as well?
Oh, for sure. There's no question. Like, I mean, every time I go to his house, I'm like, yeah, I gotta get a bigger house. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I see his house and I'm like, yeah, I gotta get a bigger house. You know what I mean? Like, so, you know, we just trying to do what he did. Plus, you know, what he did is incredible. Like, that's one in the mill. So, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody, you know, just like I say, just having those talks, just seeing him work and putting that pressure on us when we needed it. And letting us know when we was doing wrong, letting us know when we wasn't on the right track, and keeping us focused. And that's major to have somebody like that in your corner, and that's done it for the amount of years that he's done it for.
Yeah,
it's just a blessing.
Yeah, I'll say this about Frank. I know when I tore my ACL in 2020, he was one of the first people to call me for. We talked for like 30, 45 minutes on the phone. He tore his twice, I think, when Miami. So we talked about that. And he's just like a real genuine dude. Like even after the draft, before the draft, like I was talking to bro on Instagram a lot. And, what I'm saying, keep your head up and just go do what you got to do. Like all that. So he's one of the, what I'm saying, he's one of the realest past Hurricanes that I know. So that's a pretty cool dude right there.
Mm-hmm.
I got a question though. When did you know that you were a Cane? Like, was you always a Cane, like since birth or what?
I mean, yeah, I was always around it. I was a kid, but I remember his drive party. I got pictures. We all were Army fatigue. That's when everybody back then was Army fatigue. Me and all my cousins that's around the same age, my son, we all in our Army fatigue, and we have a little dance group. We used to step and stuff like that. So we danced at his drive day, and we were just around him, and like it's just crazy, like just being around him and just seeing all the accomplishments he made.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, because I know I've met your mom and stuff. How big of a motivation was she for you? Because your mom, that's one of the best things I think for you, that your mom lives, right across the street from the school. The best thing is I see her cooking all the time. And I'd be so jealous. I'd be sliding up. I'd be texting you, when's your mom making a play? When's your mom making a play? But how is that? How is it, having her so close nearby where you go to school? Was that a big factor for you? She one of your biggest motivations? Like, how was she growing up with you, keeping you on track and stuff?
Oh man, yeah, mom, she the same way, man. How she always been motivated. She just want me to do the right thing, man. Her main focus with me was just, staying out of trouble, doing good in school, getting my degree. So, when I got my degree, I ain't even bring it home. I gave it straight to her, like, what I mean? Because that's all she really wanted me to do besides, all the football and all that come along. But she really just wanted me to stay focused in school. Like, that is my motivator. Like, I pass my mom's house every day to get to school, you know what I mean? So I see her going to work, and it might be a day, not feeling it as much. And I see her going to work, and I be like, yeah, that's my cue. That's my, you feel me? That's God sending me my signal to go get it in, to go grind, you know what I mean? And, we all have those days, and I see her, she going to work, and that just make me want to just work harder for her, you know what I mean? So she is my biggest motivation, my number one supporter. She always been there since day one. Right now I can call her and be like, Mom, cook up a plate. She will. Hey, Ryan, you hear? Hey, I'm saying this in front of the people, Ryan. Next time my mom cook, you getting the plate. You hear me? Hey, the people hearing this now.
If you don't, I'm gonna be upset now.
Hey,
I'm gonna be upset.
I'm a minimum word.
All right, bet. But how was obviously your football family, your brothers, your uncle, what was it, when was it that you realized, man, I'm pretty good at this football stuff?
I think really going into my 8th grade year. Going into my 8th grade year. And it wasn't even because football, it was really because I wanted to be on the basketball team. And I wanted to be on the basketball team. And I was like, you know what? I want to go on every field trip. I want to do every 8th grade activity, you know what I mean? And my mom worked at my school. So I was like, all right, I want to do good for my mom and things like that. So it was really like going into my 8th grade year, I wanted to really turn on the switch. And it was really, like I say, because of basketball, I wanted to be on the basketball team, like stand out of trouble in school, stop hanging around the wrong crowd, stop doing them little things I had to do. I had to really mature because I kind of knew, like, all right, I'm good. Everybody played part one of growing up, you know what I mean? But then you get to high school, you get some guys, they start to weave out and things like that. And I wasn't one of those guys where it's like, okay, like football might not. It was always my motivation. I've been doing it since 4 years old. So it's like, why get this far to only get this far? So when I got into high school, it really clicked on, and I'm here right now.
No, for sure. In high school, you told me about one game. I think it was with DJ Ivy Nut. you play, he was scared to cover you or something like that?
Hey, nothing new, right? Hey, listen to this, King. I don't think you know, right?
Nah.
So me and Nut, we know we was always been together in high school and stuff like that, right? So Nut used to be down here, whatever. So we go to my school and we hanging out. I don't know. We in my head coach office, we just talking ball and whatever. So my head coach say, "Hey DJ, you know I'm putting on Gilbert that receiver, right?" So he like, yeah. I say, I only got one route. If you ask anybody, I had one route, and it was a bomb. I had one route. It was a go route, right? So we played DJ the first game of the year. And I'm talking to DJ every day. Me and DJ talk every day. And all I'm knowing is that DJ finna stick me. DJ finna stick me today, right? It's going down. And they had Tariq Stevenson. Tariq was young though. Tariq was a young, he was the young cornerback. He had blown up as much as he was. So it was DJ, and they had another guy named Smoke. He ended up going to FIU. And I line up at receiver. DJ go to safety.
That's crazy.
Right? I said, why you go to safety? We already know what you're doing, right? So we already know. No, so they played like quarter three and quarters like that. So yeah, he didn't really want to stick me. Still to the day, he won't admit it, but he didn't want to come out there and stick me, man.
Well, it boy got scared for real.
Hey, I'm gonna say he was scared. He didn't want to stick me, but hey, that was my boy though. He ain't want no pause of me, man.
When did you start blowing up in high school as far as like getting offers and all that?
Crazy. It was going into my junior year spring. That spring, I had went to a Florida Fire trial. I had stuck a lot of guys. I went like 6 for 6. I stuck 6 guys. 6 for 6.
Yeah.
And it was a couple good guys. You know, I ain't gonna say the names. It was a couple good guys. You know what I mean? And and it was really like 2 guys that I stuck. And one guy did a comeback and I played it good. Another guy, he did like a slant, I played it good. But those guys, like I say, those guys, one guy in the NFL right now, and the other guy, he's in college right now. So those were pretty good guys. And I went against 4 other guys after that. And I did well. I say nobody put a ball on me, anything like that. And then from that day, I had my first offer was I had got Alabama at the 7-on-7 trial. I had got Alabama, West Virginia, Georgia, FAU, USC, like all in 5-minute wingspan.
Damn.
I tell you, like if you ask anybody, like it was shocking because that day, all I did was wake my brother. I woke my brother up that morning. I said, "Hey, take me to the 7-on-7 trial." I said, Cooney was the coach back then. So I like, "Hey man, take me to the 7-on-7 trial." You know what I mean? Like Cooney they already told me to come out, just ball, whatever. And I woke my brother up. He didn't even know. Like he was tired. I said, "Bro, you gotta wake up, take me to this camp." You know what I mean? And I had a couple friends that I grew up with. They already had started to get their offers on Josh Jobe and Marlon Brooks. So they already had jumped. They already had got their offers first. So I'm like, okay, my boys got it. So that just motivated me. Like, all right, time to get yours. You know what I mean? So at that camp, when I left, I had 5 offers. Like walking off the field, 5 offers.
At a 7-on-7 trial.
That's crazy.
I swear. At Florida Fire 7-on-7 trial.
Damn.
Coach Dennis, much love to Coach Dennis. He looked out for me. Coach Cooney and the rest of the Florida Fire coaches, all of them, they looked out for me. Coach JR, they showed love. After that, by that next morning, I think I had 7 to 9 offers. And then Miami offered me probably like offer 11, 13, right? And I'm telling you, I get offers back to back. And CJ Henderson, all right? I'm at school. I'm at Gables. I get DeWasso to come pick me up. CJ Henderson, that when he was committed, hitting me up like, "Bro, come here. So I'm think about it. I'm gonna go meet with my moms and things like that. So I picked my mom up from work. My mom worked at Ponce de Leon right in front of the school. So picked my mom up from work. We met with Coach Rick, right? Coach Rick, Coach Banda, all the coaches. They put me in the big room. I call it the big room. They know. So we call it. We don't use that. They don't use that office no more. But they put me in the room. We all talked and just hanging out and things like that. And my mom, she didn't really want me to leave anyways. Like my mom, only one of my mom kids had went off to college. 2 went to FIU and 1 went to Fort Hays State University in Kansas. But she ain't really. Mom wanted us to stay close to home, man. When I was in there, they talking. I say, "Mom, can I whispered to her. I like, "Mom, can I commit?" She's like, do whatever you want to do. And I was like, all right. So, so I go and I meet with Coach Rick in his office. I commit. After I commit, I promise you, no lie, I probably got like 3 offers after that.
Yep, that's how it be.
Like 3, 4 offers. Florida State, they called me instantly. Because Florida State, they was recruiting my boy, Amir Rasul. So they was already coming around and stuff like that. And I had met with the coach before, you you introduce the young guys going spring to the coaches and stuff like that. So he called me. They didn't really talk about much. They just offered me because I had committed to Miami. And then Coach T-Rod, when he was at South Carolina, he came by, and then NC State, and then Coach LT when he was at Kentucky. So I ended up with 4 offers after I committed. So no other school, they really ain't want to mess with me. And I was a hard commit because me, my boy Joe committed, then DJ committed right after me. So it was just like, schools ain't come. So I jumped off with 10 offers, 12 offers, and that was it.
Josh Jobe and CJ Henderson was committed to Miami?
You say what?
Josh Jobe and CJ Henderson was committed to Miami too?
Yeah.
Josh Jobe flipped late.
Joe was committed. Joe was I think, if I'm not mistaken, he was the first 2018 commit.
And he flipped late too.
So he went to Bama, then CJ went to Florida, right?
CJ went to Florida.
Damn, that's crazy.
Both of them boys committed. CJ really got me to commit. That was crazy. CJ had got me to commit. And then Joe, Joe did what he did, but he had ended up going to Bama on last minute. They were pushing hard and they ended up getting it, you know what I mean? You know how that goes.
Yeah, it's crazy. I feel like it's always like that in Miami, like, man, they had this guy committed, this guy wanted to go here, but they ended up going somewhere else.
I'm not gonna lie, me being from Miami, it be a lot of outsiders too, like it can be like you can have push there. I mean, and it's crazy, but it's the truth. Like you'll have different people in your ears trying to make you pursue someone else. And it just be like that.
I got you.
So your first year here, you came here in the spring, early enrollee. How was your whole first year?
My whole first year.
Early enrollee, your first football season, everything.
My very first 6 months, when I really didn't enroll, it was what? January 10th, January 11th. I graduated high school early. And for me, it was right there. Like my high school 5 minutes away, my mom 5 minutes away, my neighborhood 5 minutes away. So it was just like everything, it wasn't even, everything I needed was here. All right. So my first 6 months probably was the best time I ever had at Miami. I'm not gonna lie, it was the best fun I had. I supposed to be in high school, I went in college, and I just had fun. And then my freshman year, leading up to the season, as a freshman, I ain't really take a lot of things for real. I ain't take my weight for real. I ain't take my body for real. Young guy, just living a freshman life. How all freshmen be. And I didn't take those things for real, like getting enough sleep, eating right, lifting right, lifting all day, doing different things to get my body functioning, going in the training room, getting in the tubs. I wasn't like doing those things as a freshman because I was just like, whatever, I'm here right now. And that right there made me take a step back because I had gained too much weight. I was overweighted. I put growing, and it was a slow start for me. But I did stay focused. If I didn't mess up in school, I was staying focused in school. I was on task with that. And then, before the season, when they told me I was on scout team, as a freshman, you just like, what? So I'm like kind of heard about the situation and things like that. And then we get to week 3, week 4. Now I'm just having fun on scout team. If these gonna be my only reps, I'm making my best rep. And then we had Jimmy Murphy at the time. I don't think I was here with Jimmy Murphy, but y'all know Jimmy. I was here with Jimmy. Okay. So, I had Jimmy, and so Jimmy used to get defensive player scout team of the week every week. Mm-hmm. So I was like, man, I'm gonna try to get this from Jimmy Murphy, man. So I started going hard in practice, and probably like week 5, week 6, it was into it. And I was at corner still. I came in as a corner. I was playing corner on scout team, giving them looks and, just practicing. And And then the striker, that's how I ended up at striker because on scout team, this guy we had a striker, I think he got hurt or something, he went down. I had like, hey coach, I can get that striker. I just try it, like just playing striker. And then I'm like, okay, I'm getting the hang of this. And I was actually doing good. And scout, I'm really just balling in scout. Like just balling. I mean, I say them my only reps. If you ask the boys, I had fun in practice. I made practice fun because I knew I'm gonna go over to the scout team. I'm gonna try to beat Jimmy Murphy out. Jimmy Murphy, he had the motor. He don't stop. He go every play. So I was just trying to work like that. And then after the season, Coach Ron called me, said, we thinking about moving you to striker. What you want to do? I said, Coach, whatever. I just want to play. And then I knew they were moving on Zach to Will, and then it was only Romeo. So I'm like, okay, better chance. It's two guys. Liable to rotate in. You never know what's gonna happen. And that's how I became a striker. Coach Packy called me right after Coach Runt called me. Was like, let's get to work.
I came in that summer, the first
fall.
Yeah.
That's exactly how I became. I became the position I play now because of scout team. Because I was gonna go to safety. I was gonna move back to safety. I played safety in high school. Came to Miami. I wanted to give corner a try. Learn corner.
I'll never forget the first thing GB ever told me. It was the funniest thing ever. I come in right in the summer and we're doing meetings and everything. And, I'm asking questions because I want to know so I can, get in on 7-7 and stuff. And I think we were in a meeting with Coach Packy or something. And I was like, hey, what do I do on this? I swear to God, GB was saying like blitz on every single play. I'm like, damn, blitz like every play. And Coach Packy's dying laughing. Like it's the summer. Like we just bullshitting. Like it's the summer.
Yeah.
And Coach Packy's dying laughing.
I will tell. I say, hey, just blitz every play.
Every play. Like, hey man, when in doubt, you don't know the play.
You don't know what you're doing. Blitz.
That's funny.
Hey, that's
what stuff GB would say.
Hey, it worked when it worked.
Hey, it worked when it worked.
It worked when it worked. Nah.
You end up making the tackle, and they're like, well, damn, you can't, MA, great play.
Great play. But you blitz, you weren't supposed to blitz.
That's funny.
Hey, that's how I was when I first became a striker. I just really thought it was just blitzing.
So now you're in Miami, you're a striker now. So like kind of talk about like your journey, like from your freshman year, to now. Like how would you explain like your experiences and your journey at Miami?
It's been a roller coaster, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for everything. Yeah. I'm grateful for every coach that came in my life. I'm grateful for every obstacle I had to pass real. Cause like that made me who I am today, you know what I mean? Like we can all say if we would have did this, if we would have did that, but like what God got laid out for you, you feel me? You just gotta really follow the path. And I did that, like I say, man, my freshman year, I ain't played, so I knew I was a scout team player. When they called me my going into my sophomore year, and I'm just like, I just want to play. So if it's striker, it's striker. You know what I mean? Junior year went smooth. And then I kind of took a back step, last season didn't play as well as I wanted to, you know what I mean? But like I say, things like that happen. God put me in this position for a reason. I just really got to keep following his glory and following his footsteps and trusting him and just putting in the work on my end. You know what I mean? Like just giving it all I got. And at the end of the day, I'm going to be happy with my result because I know I gave it all I got.
I like that. For sure. That's everybody got different paths for
real.
Everybody got different paths. Like what's for them is for them, right?
Bro,
like sometimes like
it's crazy.
Yeah, sometimes people will like look at somebody else like, damn, I wish it was me. But at the same time, like, bro, everybody we all blessed. Yeah, we all blessed, bro. You got to just follow your own path and make the best of your situation.
Oh, and that's what sometimes people mess up though. Is especially when you're young.
Yeah.
When you get much older. And you get like your 4th year, 5th year, and you start to see little things, and you don't do the same thing that a young guy might do or things like that, because you'll know like, okay, that ain't it, or I can't keep doing the same thing expecting different results. You know what I mean? Like if you're doing the same thing and it's not working, you can't keep doing that. You know what I'm saying? Expecting a different result, and it'd be crazy. I mean, I just seen a couple guys that I took out on their official visit. get drafted.
Yeah.
And you like, what? Like, yeah, like, woo. Like, they came in a year after me, probably, you feel me? 2 years after me, but it's just like, whatever God got planned for you, He got planned for you, you know what I mean? Like, you really can't rush this process, especially in college. Like, you'll see a couple guys rush it, and then they'll look around and be like, nah, this ain't what it is, you know what I mean? You really just gotta, like I say, you gotta really follow God's glory for you, because like I say, your path is totally different from someone else. If that might work for them, but that might not work for you too much, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And once you really know that, and you really get to understanding that, when you're in college, that's the best thing, the best feeling, because now you feel like you're more in control of your environment, of what you got going on, how you handle certain situation that you might would have handled different, you handle it totally different just because you're more wiser, and the knowledge that you had along the way, the people that you met along the way that influenced your life. I mean, I say, man, I'm just blessed, and I take it one day at a time. You can't think too far ahead, because then you're gonna miss the step that's in front of you.
Right.
I like that right there. I kind of want to, one of the last things I wanted to talk about before we get to the question that we ask everybody is, I want to ask you about this spring, how you felt about this new defense and, the position you're in, playing a bit of a nickel, Sam linebacker, just switching things up. And you had a great spring too. You had a really good spring, bunch of interceptions you had some that you dropped right in your hand.
He never picked me off.
I picked him off.
I never picked you off. King. I don't think I never did.
You never picked me off.
I don't think I never did.
Hey, I remember that first spring here. I was the only one.
Yeah, I threw one pick first spring to this guy. It don't count. It was 101s though, for real. Was it 101 or 707?
No, it was 707. You remember I caught it behind my head.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. You did. Yeah. You did.
It was on Will Mallory. He threw a jump ball to Will Mallory, and I put my hand behind my head.
Yeah. And that was your highlight of the year, man.
Nah, that was one of them. I had a good spring that spring.
Yeah.
Hey, I remember I threw the ball down like on Will and everything.
I remember that shit.
Yeah, you was mad as shit. That was the only interception through all that spring. But yeah,
I left a couple. I left a couple out there. I left like 2-3 out there that I owe my peoples, and I owe my peoples that one. I left a couple.
You made a bunch of big hits too in spring, bunch of TFLs. You could tell you really, started to get the defense more towards the end of the spring. I mean, that's like, everybody, but you're a smarter player. That's one some people don't get, some people don't know. That's what makes you a good player. You're one of the most knowledgeable players on our, team when it comes to football. How was it for you?
Trying to learn a new playbook after you've been like drilled something for 4 years, like it's kind of hard.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's kind of, it's kind of like a different transition, and it's like a totally different playbook and defense. But if you kind of like, so how I do and how I learn things fast, I try to bracket things. So I bracket my plays in a way like, okay, we used to run it this way and try to mix it with what we run now and just see the difference and how can I maybe relate the coverages to know which is which one high, which one too high, which one we're in zero, which one we're in this, which one we're in that, which one we're disguising. And I say, being a very smart football player, I kind of like, I buy into it more because you gotta know your strength and you gotta know your weaknesses. You know what I mean? So if I know what you're doing before you do, that kind of helped me out. I can move a little faster.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can react faster. If a tackle, he might be heavy on his hand, so he blocking down. Or he might be light on it and he pass blocking. Or you might have a guard, he's far back, you might know he's pulling, you got to jump a guy. So it's like me, I just call it being a technician of the game, you know what I mean? And then you get with guys like Ed Reed, right? And it's so crazy because the type of Ed watched the weirdest things. Ed watched the smallest things. And you wonder what makes him such a great player. And when you watching film with him, it's so crazy because he's standing up, watching the film and acting like he's that defender on the field, putting himself in that position. And I learned that a lot, put yourself in that position. See what that player did wrong and how can you make it better. See if a receiver, he might move his hands when he's getting the ball. You know what I mean? Or his hands might be down when he's not getting the ball. Or he might, if he run hard off 2 steps, he's usually going out. You know what I mean? So Ed looks at things like that, and I picked that up from him. Like, okay, like small things like that. Oh, the running back might turn his head right before he get the ball to know what gap he want to hit. You know what I mean? Like everybody do something, even us on defense. We do something where you might know you're blitzing this play or know you're not blitzing this play. You know what I mean? So my knowledge of the game, I just know, like I say, you gotta just kind of know what they're doing before they're doing. You gotta really just buy into the system. You gotta believe in the coaches. You gotta trust the coaches. Like I say, like we in the new. This is a totally different environment. We all still getting to know each other. We all still bonding. We all still trying to find out who the guy we playing for as a coach, the player next to you. Everything relates as one. You know what I mean? If I know your struggles and I know everything that you're willing to do behind this football and for the team, then that gives me more confidence. You know what I mean? If you know what I got going on, that gives you more confidence of like, I know he got my back. I know this coach believe in me, vice versa, however it goes, you know what I mean? And, you know, like I say, this is a new culture. And, you know what I'm saying? We just taking it one day at a time. Like I say, man, we're in a new system, so we all learning. We all putting in new plays. We all learning together. They learning how we play. We learning how they coach. You know what I mean? And it all working out. As you can see, like we just trying to get better. We all trying to play harder. We just go out there to give it all. Like I say, like Coach always asks, you know, just go out there and give it your all every chance you get.
Sure. Yeah, right.
Well, you know, there's a thing we always do at the end of every episode. We ask every single guest, what is one piece of advice that you could give anyone? It doesn't have to be about football. It could be about anything. What was one piece of advice you could give to anyone?
I give my advice to my youngsters, to the young bros out there. And I like giving a message to them because I was in that position. You know, where some of them things might not be going your way right now. Things might not feel right. But like I say, man, if you surround yourself around good people and you doing the right thing, like Coach Rump always say, if you living right, things going to go right for you, man. You just take it one day at a time. Never rush your process, no matter what people try to say, no matter what people try to do to bring you down. Always keep your faith in God. Always stay humble. Always stay humble. Never get above yourself. You know what I mean? So my advice would be, like I say, keep God in your hands, follow his footsteps. And to my young guys, just stay focused. You know what I'm saying? You never know when your time comes. Just always be prepared.
That's good.
Good one right there. Hey, one last thing. It's just a funny story that I remember when we were talking about Coconut Grove. It was me, you, and Romeo. We driving down the street with the windows down in Coconut Grove. This is how you know.
Yeah, he tell you like
neighborhood hero, GB. We have the windows down. Tell me why every person we pass, there's some badass little kids like yelling out, man, screw you, GB, like messing with them and stuff, like across the street. They got a dude in a wheelchair was going by across the street. Yo, GB. Yeah. Like, bro, everybody that we passed up knew him. Everybody. We was just driving by, like.
Well, they were a hero for real.
No, man, I just try, man. Look, man, to be honest, we all can do it. We all can do it, man. And like I said, I'm close to home. Like, we got guys that's in school at other places and things like that. But, you know, I'm home. They seeing me. They see me around. You know what I'm saying? Like, they be in the neighborhood. I might be there just, you know, hanging out, and they see me and they might just want to play ball in the street and, you know, just want to hang out and just ask questions, ask for some gloves. They always trying to get some gloves from me. It's thousands of them. They trying to get my gloves. They always getting gloves. But like I say, like, you know, I just try to be there for my community as much as I could. You know, I had the camp last year, which I'm doing again this year. King came out to the camp, and a couple of my teammates came out to the camp. And if you was just out there, you felt the energy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People just out there, man.
That was like a block party for real.
Yeah, for real. Everybody's just out there. Like, even it's like the camp done, and everybody's still out there just hanging out and having a good time, barbecuing and chilling. And that's what's important, man. You know, just giving back as much as you could. Just let them see you. You know what I'm saying? Let them see you doing the right thing. You know, they see too much of the wrong thing out here, and you know, and just let them see the right thing. And you might can't touch everybody, but you can touch somebody, and you never know who life you can change just by saying what's up, or giving them advice, or just answering or whatever they need. You know what I mean? So I just try to be that much as I could for my community.
Amen, bro.
That's real. Definitely appreciate you, coming on the show for a little minute, talking to us and all that. Appreciate that.
Appreciate y'all boys for having me, man.
Hey,
Good luck on your process too, one.
I'm straight. I leave Thursday, go to New England, so just waiting on that. Bro.
Yeah, boy, you finna be cold, boy.
Yeah, I already know.
Hey, you finna be cold, but hey, man, I already know you will lock in. And good luck to you, and take care.
Thank you, everybody, for listening in. From me and Derek. Thank y'all from King Ragone Show. We'll see y'all next time.